You've styled text, you've got colors, but try putting two elements side by side and everything breaks. Floats, they're a hack from the early web. Inline block, white space issues everywhere, tables for layout. Please, it's not 2005. Before Flexbox, centering a div was a meme, literally. Developers wrote blog posts just about how to vertically center something. Flexbox solved all of that. One property on a parent and suddenly layout just works. In this video, you'll learn container properties like flex direction, justify content, and align items. Item properties like flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis. Common patterns like centering, equal columns, and sticky footers. And we'll apply it all to TaskFlow's layout. By the end, you'll never fight CSS layout again. Everything starts with display flex on the parent. The moment you add display flex, all direct children become flex items. They line up in a row side by side automatically. No floats, no inline block hacks. Just one line of CSS. Flex direction controls which way items flow. Row is the default. Items go left to right. Row reverse flips them. Items go right to left. Column stacks items top to bottom. Column reverse stacks them bottom to top. Think of flex direction as choosing your main axis. Row means horizontal, column means vertical. Justify content aligns items along the main axis. Flex start packs items at the beginning. That's the default. Flex end packs them at the end. Center puts them in the middle. Space between spreads items with equal space between them, but no space at the edges. Space around gives equal space around each item. Space evenly distributes perfectly equal gaps everywhere. Align items works on the cross axis. If flex direction is row, the cross axis is vertical. Stretch is the default. Items stretch to fill the container height. Flex start aligns items to the top. Flex end to the bottom. Center aligns items in the middle vertically. Baseline aligns items by their text baseline. Useful when font sizes differ. Here's the magic combination. Display flex. Justify content center. Align items center. 3 lines. Perfectly centered. Both directions. The centering problem is solved forever. Container properties control the group. Item properties control individuals. Flex grow determines how much an item grows to fill extra space. The default is 0. Items don't grow. They stay at their natural size. Set flex grow to 1 and the item expands to fill available space. If 2 items both have flex grow 1, they share the space equally. If one has flex grow 2 and the other has 1, the first item gets twice as much extra space. Flex shrink is the opposite. It controls how items shrink when space is tight. The default is 1. All items shrink equally. Set flex shrink to 0 and that item refuses to shrink. It stays at its original size no matter what. Flex basis sets the starting size before growing or shrinking. Think of it as the ideal width or height of the item. Flex basis auto means use the item's content size or its width property. Flex basis 200 pixels means start at 200 pixels, then grow or shrink from there. The flex shorthand combines all three. Flex :1 1 auto, that's grow 1, shrink 1, basis auto. Flex :1 is shorthand for flex 110%. It's the most common value. The item grows and shrinks equally. Align self overrides align items for a single item. The container says align item center, but one item can say align self flex end to sit at the bottom instead. Order controls the visual position of items. The default order is 0. Lower numbers appear first. Order -1 moves an item before everything else. Order 99 pushes it to the end. Order only changes the visual order, not the DOM order. Screen readers still read items in their HTML order. Let's look at the most common Flexbox patterns you'll use every day. perfect centering, display flex, justify content center, align items center, height 100 VH, 3 properties and everything is dead center. This works for modals, hero sections, loading spinners, anything. Equal columns. Give each item flex 1. 3 divs with flex 1 create 3 equal columns automatically. They grow and shrink together. Always the same width. No percentage math, no media query breakpoints needed for basic equal splits. Sticky footer. The page footer should stick to the bottom even when content is short. Set the body to display flex direction column, mean height 100 VH. The main content gets flex 1. It grows to push the footer down. Short content, footer stays at the bottom. Long content, footer flows naturally. Navigation bar. Display flex on the nav container. Justify content space between puts the logo on the left and links on the right. Align items center vertically centers everything. The holy grail layout. A header, footer, sidebar and main content area. The outer container is flex direction column. The middle section is a nested flex row. The sidebar has a fixed width. Main content has flex 1 to fill the rest. Card grid with wrapping. Display flex, flex wrap, and gap. Cards flow in rows and wrap to the next line when the container is full. Each card gets a flex basis for minimum width and flex grow 1 to fill space evenly. Flex wrap controls what happens when items don't fit in one line. The default is no wrap. Items squeeze together even if they overflow. Wrap lets items flow to the next line when they run out of space. Wrap reverse puts overflow items above instead of below. Without flex wrap, a row of 10 items crams into one line. With flex wrap, they break into multiple rows naturally. Align content controls the spacing between wrapped rows. It only works when you have flex wrap on and multiple rows of items. Align content flex start packs rows at the top. Center vertically centers all the rows as a group. Space between spreads rows with equal space between them. Stretch makes rows expand to fill the container height. The gap property adds space between flex items. Gap 20 pixels puts 20 pixels between every item. Row gap controls vertical spacing. Column gap controls horizontal spacing. Before gap existed, we used margins on items, but margins add space on the outside edges too. You'd need negative margins on the container to compensate. It was messy. Gap is clean. It only adds space between items, never on the outer edges. Gap plus flex wrap is a powerful combination. Items wrap naturally with consistent spacing in both directions. No margin hacks needed. Let's apply Flexbox to TaskFlow's layout. The app shell uses Flex for its overall structure. Body gets display flex, flex direction column, min height 100 VH. The header stays on top. The footer sticks to the bottom. The middle section is a nested flex row. The sidebar has flex basis 240 pixels and flex shrink 0. It keeps its width. The main content area gets flex 1 to fill the rest. The navigation links use flex direction column and gap 8 pixels. Clean vertical stacking with consistent spacing. The task card list is a flex column with gap 12 pixels. Cards stack vertically with even spacing between them. Inside each card, we use flex row with justify content space between. The task title sits on the left, the status badge sits on the right. Align items center keeps them on the same line. The form layout uses flex direction column and gap 16 pixels. Labels and input stack naturally. The button row uses flex direction row with gap 12 pixels and justify content flex end. Buttons line up on the right side. The header uses flex row, justify content space between, align items center. Logo on the left, user menu on the right, everything vertically centered. Let's recap what you learned. Container properties. Display flex turns on Flexbox. Flex direction sets the flow. Justify content aligns along the main axis. Align items aligns on the cross axis. Item properties. Flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis control individual sizing. Align self overrides alignment for one item. Order changes visual position. Common patterns. Perfect centering in 3 lines. Equal columns with flex 1. Sticky footers with flex direction column. Gap and wrapping. Gap adds clean spacing between items. Flex wrap lets items flow to new lines naturally. And we wired it all into TaskFlow's layout, from the app shell to task cards to forms. In the next video, we'll tackle CSS Grid, the layout system for 2-dimensional designs. See you in the next one.